Well, hi folks. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. This here is your host, SpiffyG. We are about to begin qualifying in our Group 4 80-mile series. It is currently round 6. We have 8 drivers on the track. We would have had 9, but I chickened out and decided I would do this instead, which was probably the wise choice since I can barely brush my teeth at the moment. Why would I think I could drive? So, the Nurb Ring on a very wet, sloppy, slippery track. Justin will be driving what, and Darlow Boy too will be driving what Marky B affectionately refers to as the Fat Haunt. It should be real interesting to see that thing go around the track in the wet. I'm curious to see what's about to happen here. So qualifying has finished. Let's see what our results are. Cool, we've got Marky B at the top. Look at him, somebody is a genius in the wet with a 224.7. Darlow Boy is second with 226. Willie 227.3. Justin 227.3 as well. Very close. Mackers, Drill Driver, Ginger Ninja, and Calypso round out the rest of the 8 in the field. We are about, hi Marky, we are about ready to start. Let me get a few things done here since I sort of did this on the fly. Didn't really prepare for it. Had to build a whole new stack of stuff. So pardon me for 2 seconds. All right, while we wait for our host Justin to start the race. Oh, too bad, Ginger. Thought you were going to stay for the race. Y'all have a good one. Maybe we'll see you in the chat. So, here are our current standings. At the top of the heat, we got Willie Ham rocking 309 points. Macker's right behind, just 34 behind with 275. Marky, your genial host for many of these races, is at 225. Ginger Ninja, who just dropped out, sadly, is in 4th place currently with 201, so this is not going to do him any favors. Justin Kobayashi Maru, a big fan of the Lexus LFA, is going to come in at 5th position with 164 big ones. And as you can see, rounding out the rest of the 15 positions, make that 16 positions. We have them all right up here. Hopefully you can read. I'm assuming you can. Let's go to the results from last week. And we had Willie on the top. No surprise there. Mark came in second. Mark is really bringing it these days. All right, we are just about to start the race. We got Mackers, Spoon, and a host of others. Let's get back to the race. Bring up a race info. Waiting for the red lights to come on, and here they are. Revving, foot hard on the gas and the brakes. Lights are out! Get ready for slip sliding way down the Nurb Ring. Here we go, Mark in front, but just barely in front of the Fat Ant, and now he's lost position. Currently going back and forth. Darlow Boy thought better of it, backed out a little bit as he's going around that first turn. Still wants to try to catch him around the outside, but no, he backs out. I don't think you want to go too wide here very often, especially in these conditions. And Mark slides out of the way! Oh my lord, I just dropped all my stuff here, got too excited. Holy cow, what'd you do, Mark? Let's go on back. There's Justin now in second position as Mark drops back to last place. Darlow Boy takes the lead in the Fat Aunt. Justin in the other Fat Aunt. Maybe I spoke too soon. Tanks are sticking real good in the wet. Here comes Willie in the McGann. See if we can get that MR car to behave itself on this track in these conditions. Ginger Ninja, oh, he is in the race. Oh, thank goodness. I thought he was taking off. Well, good. I'm glad to see you're in there, bud. 4th position. So Ginger stays in the hunt for the points in the championship. Macker's in 5th. Drill Driver trying to catch him around the inside with a half-second penalty. Drill Driver, who will have my eternal jealousy for being the oldest in the group now. And somebody is glitching all to be damned. It looks like Calypso. Yeah, Devlin's having some issues with his connection. So try to ignore that. All right, with the able assistance of my beautiful and faithful wife, I have just made this connection. So let's see if we can drop this wireless connection in favor of a wired connection without dropping the stream as well. And yeah, we're not dropping frames anymore. Hopefully we're still on. Yes. Far less glitchy, Rob. Thank you so much. Yeah. Dan, good evening. How you doing tonight? Wish you could be in the lobby, but then I guess everybody's grateful you're not in there cleaning their clocks, as you want to do in most races, to be fair. All right, we are back. Yeah, the stream looks like it stopped momentarily. I am looking to see if we have any more drop frames in. We have stopped dropping frames, so that is awesome. It looked like about 2/3 of them were dropping, so we should be doing much better now that we're on a wire. Yep, I haven't dropped a single frame in 3 minutes. All right, folks, sorry about the glitches. Rob, thanks again. And yeah, Dan, what I did was I switched to a Cat5 cable and plugged it directly into the router. So again, thanks for that. All right, let's move around the track and see where we got. Mark is still in the back, trying to figure out how he can keep that car on the track. He is fast, but that MR car just is not playing fair to him today. Honestly, he has put in a purple sector, so stay tuned. See if he can bring it back. And back to the race for 6. We got the Ninja, Devlin, Calypso, and Marky all vying for that position. So Mark has brought himself back into 7th position. Brilliant run, just past Devlin. Trying to make his way to the front after getting pole. On up ahead we have Willie, 10 seconds behind our leader. Justin and Darlow Boy continue to impress. Willie gets a little sideways, hangs on. And I tell you, Darla Boy and Justin are looking clean as a whistle. Just neat and tidy. Rob, what makes you think I got $20? Do you take rubber checks? Oh, Darla Boy gets a little bit off there into the gravel. Car comes loose in that tricky hairpin. He's back on top again with an almost 10-second lead. He can afford to make a couple of mistakes here, which are probably inevitable in these sloppy, slidey, rainy conditions. Still has 8.8 seconds on Justin, who is still on the intermediate tires and still doing quite well. Very little wear on those tires. Meanwhile, Mr. Willie is looking outstanding, really, in that car. He's putting down solid lap times. I don't know if that McGann trophy is supposed to be particularly good in the wet, but man, he and Ninja are making it look fine. Ninja's had a couple of issues just keeping it on the track, but he's still fast. You know, Ninja's putting down 231s. Now, Mark has just put down the fastest lap in the Lambo. That Lambo doesn't want to stay on the track too often. But boy, when it does, it's quick. All right, here's Mackers in the Mazda 3. Let's see what he's putting down. He's laying down 228s. My, oh my. That is a pretty good top time. Still, Darla Boy puts down a 225. Happy days. But picks up a 1 second penalty for what I don't know. Let's get back and see if we can find out what happened to Darla here. Nope, he already had it. Oh well. Just happened a while back and I missed it. And so did you. Now, how in the hell didn't I know that, Rob? So Lambo is a four-wheel drive car, so Mark, you have no excuses. Cripes, Mark, you're driving a Jeep. Yeah, Mark needs to put snow tires on that sucker and do Lake Louise, you're right. Can you put snow tires on the Lambo? I don't know what the new rules are yet since 1.4 came out. By the way, since version 1.4 came out, there is a glitch where you can make a whole lot of money by getting a low-powered car, putting a rocket engine in it, and putting it up against a whole lot of the Dodge VGT cars. It's all about up-tuning and down-tuning. There's a whole tutorial online about it, probably more than one. But you know, I would never urge you to do that, since you know that's kind of cheating and you know it would be wrong, as Richard Nixon once said into a microphone. But if you happen to be curious, you might look that up. Look up the GT7 version 1.4 glitch, and you'll be surprised what you find. Might catch you a few extra points. Who knows? But it would be wrong. All right, Willie's doing great. Boy, look at the spray coming up off of that thing. It's rough, but he is slowly, ever so slowly, picking his way down the track and making up a few hundredths at a time on Justin, it looks like. With Drill Driver back and forth in his GTR, making that thing look easy on this horrible track. I think you Brits really have an advantage here. Probably Devlin is a Belgian too. You get a lot of rain where you come from. I feel that is simply unfair to fellas like me who live in a dry climate. It just is. I'm gonna whine and bitch about that to my dying breath. Mark had a ton of pace in quali, Dan. I think he put down a 224 for his qualifying time. It That thing's a rocket ship. But there he is back down in 8th position again. And let's see, has he changed his tires? He's got a red lap, probably a penalty. I'm going to make a guess. That or he just spun his car into the pit. Let's hope not. Back to the front, Darlow with a 12-second lead on Justin. Holy cow. And Justin's picked up a penalty. That's going to accrue to Willie's benefit without a doubt. And Willie's already up to 2 1/4 behind. And now that Justin is slowing down, we'll see how this plays out. Stay tuned. Just take a sec. I think those intermediate tires might be giving him more than he bargained for. All right, penalty serve, still kept his position. That has certainly given Willie an opportunity. Now, let's see how they do outside the chicane here. Let's get to the end of it. Willie right on his tail. Both of them trying to stay off those puddles. And he goes wide. Wow. Ooh, a little bit too wide. Doesn't seem to have hurt him much. He had a great exit. And of course that car being so bloody powerful, much more powerful than the Renault, is having no problem getting away from him on the straights. However, he hits the braking zone. Car gets a little wild. Speaking of wild, it looks like Willie just went a little crazy here. It's gone back to jerky, has it? Yeah, not sure what I can do about that, fellas. Sorry. Yeah, I've dropped 8,000 more frames, it looks like. Or, sorry, 8,000. Okay, I'm misreading that. Yeah, not too bad, hopefully. I'm watching the stream, trying to keep an eye on it here, see if there's anything I can do. And we may just have to get what we get here. Again, my apologies to y'all watching the stream if this thing is glitchy. My internet has been very spotty. It looks like I dropped a few just then. Alright, back to the race. I'll just forget about the technology for a moment and see if we can't have a little bit of fun here. Now, off to 5th, there's Mackers. Lots of space between him and anybody else. Ninja is off by himself in 6th position. Devlin in 7th, with Mark about 13 seconds behind him. You're having all kinds of trouble. If he could just keep that thing on the track, he'd be vying for a podium right now. Back to the front with Darla Boy and just making it look easy in that fat ant. As is Justin on the intermediate tires. He's going to have to come in for fuel in a minute. Let's see. He and Darlow are... Oh my God, a 2.5 second penalty. Are you kidding? Let's have a look and see if we can find out what happened to Devlin here. Or Darlow, I mean. Whoa, jeez! Does the John Deere maneuver. 2.5 seconds for that. Did somebody put on max penalties? Oh my goodness, 2.5 seconds for that goof. Alright, replay over. Let's get back to the race here. Has anybody gone into the pit yet? Yes, we got Justin in the pit. Wonder if he's going to keep those tires. Darlow has stayed out. There's a lot of confidence in his tire management skills, apparently. With a 2.5 second penalty to kill, he has to count himself very lucky to have an almost 17 second lead at this moment. As Calypso walks into the pits, put on some new galoshes. On back to a bit jerky. What are you trying to tell me, Rob? It seems rather personal. Veyrons do... Oh, they do stick. Dang, they stick like glue. Let's see. There we are. Yeah, they're very sticky. I'm going to count it being all that weight that makes them bit more planted. To me, it seems if you're driving the Veyron, I mean, they already have a long braking zone, just because of the weight and the speed. So I expect that's going to be doubly so in these wet conditions. I don't know how these guys are staying on the track, but you know, I'm just going to jot that down as a lack of talent on my part. Oh, he's got a license plate that says stolen. Oh, well done, drill driver. And Willie's right on his pipes now. Willie under a second, picking up the slipstream for whatever that's worth in these conditions. And Willie with 12 second on Mackers, who's a very, very fast boy on an ordinary day. This is no ordinary day. There's Ginger now up to 5th position. We got Darla Boy in the pits, finally going to get some fuel. Does not have to change his tires. Drill driver in the pit. That puts Willie in 2nd position for the moment. We'll have to see now. He's gonna cycle to the front now, getting far better fuel economy in the McGann. And fuel economy could be the ticket to 1st position. Yeah, it's the weight, I swear to God. No, Will's okay. Will's up in 1st place. Through the magic of the pit cycle, Willie now has a 12-second lead. And here's Mackers in 2nd place, trying to keep that thing stuck. I just blame my enormous weight for sticking to my chair, Rob. Moment, please. Speaking of sticky, I've got to turn my fan on. It is hot. It is now 82 degrees Fahrenheit in lovely San Antonio, Texas. Where it looks, let's see, that's gonna, what's that going to be in centigrade? I don't even remember what that is in centigrade, but I'm going to say it's about 28 degrees. One moment. I'm running over to turn on my ceiling fan so it'll melt. There we go. Come on, ceiling fan. Alright, got to get my wife in here to turn the ceiling fan on. Make it go a little bit quicker. I am freaking dying. Alright, look at drill driver now in 5th position. With Justin on his pipes there in the Fat Ant. Oh, you got it? You need a hand here. I got you. That's the one. Can you reach it? Got it. Oh, God, we don't want that. Oh, Justin's pulled down a 2nd penalty. What's going on here? Alright, well, thankfully we got that sorted out. Let's see. Out through the field. Drill driver. 5th position. Justin has remained in 6th place after that penalty. And another penalty. Oh my goodness. For bad luck, you'd have no luck at all, as the song once said. Marky's back up to 7th. Has been for a while. Devlin really struggling in that Mustang, per expectations. Yeah, it's just so warm here. I know we're going to have to go out on the deck and drink a few margaritas to drown our sorrows. And all this beautiful sunshiny weather we have here. You'd think Texans would be a whole lot nicer with all the sunshine we get. Actually, the fact is they're very nice. So if you ever visit Texas, you'll find out. It's just loads and loads of very nice people, particularly here in San Antonio. As long as you don't piss them off on the highway, you'll be fine. Of course, most of them are carrying guns, so, maybe it pays to be polite. Getting these headphones on is a challenge with one hand. Okay, there we go. Much better. Now I can hear myself. Did the UK invent dreary weather? I thought that was Russia. Yeah, thanks to Rob and Dan for jumping into the chat. Makes this a whole lot more fun. I don't feel so alone. What I should do is get you chaps on the mic. Alright, so we got Mackers out in front still in the FF car. It looks like he's found his rhythm. Darlar Boy still holding on to the fastest lap. Currently up into 2nd, but with an 8-second gap, following a car that is getting much better fuel economy than he is. It leaves me to wonder how this is all going to shake out. And Willie is stuck in 3rd position. Jinja in 4th, both in the McGanns. With Drill Driver right on his pipe. Trying to plant himself under the wing with that GTR. Just a little more than a half-second gap. Buddy, that is tight. And closing on the straight as he takes advantage of the slipstream. And Jinja gets all kinds out of shape. Manages to hold on brilliantly. Through the chicane we go. Drill Driver right under his wing. Try not to get too wide there. I think it's a little understeery. And there you go. I believe that tires will last forever. Oh yeah, no doubt. It's like, 20 degrees on the track right now. So Drill Driver's trying to get a run. Thinks he has one. And boy, yeah, but not much of one. And he's off into the deep water, hydroplaning like a mother. Oh, Jinja gets a little wide. Neither one of them's really got anything going for him at the moment here with these conditions. But Drill Driver decides he's going to take it to him, get on the inside, see if he can run him a little bit wide, get him out into that deep water, and pulls it off. So nice pass. Ninja just struggling trying to keep that thing close. Dang. All right, still got Mackers up front. Macker with a 6-second lead. Darlow with his anime livery. Lots and lots of space between him and anybody else. Same goes for Willie. So really, it's Drill Driver and Ninja right now that are giving us the show. Ninja trying to keep it within a second. Let's see what his car looks like. Turn your wipers on, man. Don't you have those things on automatic? What are you doing? Oh, man. He's really struggling to keep that thing on. Oh, my goodness. All right, back to the racing view. 6th position, we have Justin. Just another half-second penalty. He is now serving. Had a tough time keeping it on the track on those intermediates. Mark's still back down in 2nd position. Calypso all the way back at the rear in the Mustang. It looks like the Yank tank does not want to behave in the rain. As he hydroplanes into the big left and right hand sweepers. Ninja's in the pits. Set of slickers. He did run out Dragon Trail a couple of weeks ago. That was a sight to watch him get all the way up there toward the start-finish line and all of a sudden just race over. All right, how are we doing on fuel in the front, Mackers? Mackers is about ready to come in. With luck, he'll have a lap left, and truth be told, that car is rubbish on tires, but pretty good on fuel. Darla Boy inching closer. From 6 seconds back to 3 seconds back, and he dumps a purple sector on us. Darla Boy has decided to put the pedal to the metal here and really showing us what he's got. I mean, Darla's a good racer. I've raced against him myself. He certainly races fair and clean, and he's taking a few stabs at a quick race here and there, but here he's just owning it. Very impressive. And here we go, another purple sector. Let's see if we can get on a bumper cam here. There we go. Let's see how he gets to the chicane. Oh, man! Oh, here comes another 2.5 seconds. Let's see how bad they gig him. Oh, don't tell me it's nothing. Oh, Darlo, you picked up a 4-leaf clover, son. I don't know how you escaped the penalty there. Alright, that gave Mackers an extra second to play with there as he took advantage of Darla going through the slip and slide. Alright, how we doing on drop frames, boys? Is anybody still watching the video here? I got 2 watching now, so one of you's on. And Drill Driver is off into the gravel, and it is a muddy, ugly mess. Ah, goodness. There was a lot of space between him and Justin in 5th, so he's not going to get hurt too badly by that, but that was a bad off. Let's take a look at that and see what we got. So here he is going great guns down the straight. Gets to that first hairpin, just overcooks it. Simple as that. And off into the mud and the blood and the beer. So Mackers now with a lead under 2 seconds as Darlow is just pushing it hard as he can, balls to the walls. Darlow, if I didn't think you were quick before, I am just eating my words, man. You're just carving it like a Christmas goose. Oh, wonderful. Glad to hear. Glad to hear that the stream has finally smoothed itself out. Yet, through the magic of analog technology. It comes right down to it. You can't beat copper, boys. Alright, let's go on to the back of the field and see if we got anything fun going on back here. Looks like we have ever widening gaps all the way to the back, and we have had a drop off. Looks like Devlin got knocked out. Devlin was having a ton of glitches as Darlow passes Johnny. Ouch! Outstanding! Gets him on the straight as expected. Given the power of that beast, although truth be told, that Mazda 3 has got a lot of gumption, but it's hard to beat that 16-cylinder engine and that ridiculously chubby Veyron. So now Darlow boy is off to a 1.2 second lead. Let's see. Hopefully I marked that spot. Let's take a look and see how he did it. Okay, so here we go. Darlow boy just gets a great run on him out of the corner. It's as simple as that. Darlow takes him very wide. Tons and tons of confidence in that car. And late brakes. Cuts in, takes the spot. Nothing Johnny could possibly have done with that. He just let him have it. As he flashes his left turn signal like Grandpa on the overpass. So yeah, sorry we lost you, Devlin. I hope you'll join the video. We got 5 watching now. Welcome everybody. Looks like we got 5. Well, we're now down to 3. Come on, you guys, jump back in. Don't be shy. We're always happy to have more participants. And Ninja, who was very fast at the beginning of the race, is having his challenges now, getting off into the crud. And Marky B in his 4-wheel drive. Thank you, gentlemen, for squaring that away for me. 4-wheel drive Lamborghini. Seems to have rediscovered his pace. And for the last 5 laps, you got 230s on down to 227s. So his confidence is increased, but he is not trying to set any records at the moment, which I believe might be his ticket to a podium. So Darlow boy has a 17-second lead as Mackers goes in for some fuel. That puts Willie into 2nd position. Drill Driver jumps up into 3rd in the GTR. And Mackers exits the pit. Still got that right turn signal on. Come on, Grandpa. Listen for the click. And Darlow boy's just giving it the beans, man. He's bringing everything he's got. I think he's going to be sad to have to get rid of that Veyron. Oh, look at this now. DSR Marky B on Justin's wing. Gave him a little tap there, so he backed off politely. But this right here may be your race within a race. As he hits the puddle. Let's see how he can do that. Justin, of course, has to brake very, very early given the intermediate tires he's on. That's an interesting choice given how wet the conditions are. He just has a lot of confidence in his abilities in the wet. Clearly. Off he goes into the gravel trap. Oh, no. Not happy days. So that puts Marky into 5th position. Justin, just a touch irritated with it. He's going to try to get that position back, and he is not fooling around. He's trying to clean off those tires. It'll take him a minute. But he just has to brake so early with those intermediates on. They're just playing with that throttle, just trying to make it through these tight corners. And Marky just smokes it down the big sweeper. Marky looking good on tires and fuel. And pulls away rapidly from Justin. Dollar Boy back to the 20.5 second lead. Willie is 7 seconds to the good of Drill Driver. He's got almost 4 seconds on Mac. Marky, if he wants to get up to a podium position, will need to hurry it up. We are 18 laps, so just 8 to go. Marky goes gingerly around that turn. Like just nursing the throttle. He does not need any more mishaps. I'm sorry, that's Mackers, not Marky. I misread. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go back and see how Simon's doing. And Simon's hanging on for dear life. Getting a lot of wheel spin. It just barely hangs on to it. So Mark all the way up into 5th place now. About halfway around the track, so 7.5 laps. Look at Darla with a 22.5 second lead, coming around the final turn, and absolutely owning this. With plenty of fuel, plenty of tires, and not a whole lot of time, this is his race to lose. And Willie's doing, frankly, brilliantly in that Megane, given what he has to work with. Do I think racing on a wheel is better in the wet than a controller? It's hard to say. I think Gran Turismo gives you a lot of latitude when you're on the controller. It makes up for a lot. Found that when you're on the wheel, sometimes it's a little bit less forgiving. That said, I think for most of us, a wheel feels a lot more natural. That's just my opinion. But, you know, having it done both ways, I have to say it's surprising how forgiving the controller can be. And Willie gets a little bit of a wiggle coming out. Still looking pretty okay. Doesn't hit the gravel. And actually takes the wide line in that corner, which is, at least on most days, the smartest line to take. It'll give you a lot of speed coming out of that corner if you can get it right. You get a lot of latitude in that corner to go off the line and cross over the white ones. So Willie looking good, but still losing time to Darla Boy, who is just bringing it. Holy cow. That boy's on a skunk hunt. Do you now? You do believe that a controller has an edge in the wet? Yeah, I don't know. That may be so. I don't know if Darlo is using a controller or not. Do you? I haven't really looked at his bio yet. And another purple sector. This late in the race. Boy, Darlo ate his Wheatie Flakes this morning or something. We're going to have to check him for controlled substances. Yeah, that's fair. Catching a spin on the controller can be a bit easier. And that is something, trying to learn how to race one-handed. Another fastest lap for Darlo, boy. Well done. But yeah, I found it, now I'm having to relearn to drive with one hand. The hardest thing in the world is catching that. Is catching those spins. When the car gets out of control, it's just real hard to finesse it. But I can use my left hand on the controller, and I have found that when you're working the sticks, it is a lot easier to recover on the sticks. Yeah. Tire wear on the controllers is just, it can be a bitch. And just ask Mr. Mackers in that Mazda 3. Oh, look at that! Now he's got his left turn signal on. You're just playing with us now, Mackers. He's trying to screw me up. Is it the right one? Is it my left one? Which one is it? I'm on to you, Johnny. All right, Darlo boy now is he's trying to get a 30-second lead here with 5 laps to go, I think. Yeah, now he's just taunting us. I think right now, Darlo boy is just, I'm here all day for it. A drill driver with a 2.5-second plus lead on Mackers. And Johnny is, by God, quick in that car. It just comes down to conditions, really. As you can see with that FF car, his front tires they're not going off, but you can see there's significant wear compared to the rest of the pack. Whereas you can see with Mark, almost no perceptible wear. Justin, even on the intermediates, none. Not showing any signs of wear on that car. Same for Jinja. And Darlo boy with the ever-widening gap to the rest of the field. Watch how it's done, boys. As we hit lap 21. We got Darlo, Willie, drill driver in the podium positions. Rounding out the rear, Johnny, Marky, Justin, and Jinja, all light years behind your race leader in the Fat Aunt, Darlo boy. Or Darlo boy, if you prefer. Well, we got more people watching. Welcome to the stream. Get into the chat. How is Will doing on fuel? Let's find out. I think he's doing pretty good. Yeah, I think he's got plenty to get him to the end of the race, Dan. That little Renault is real good on gas. Sorry, petrol. I always thought petrol was a bird. Apparently it is an explosive too. Alright, yous guys. I am going to take a quick break here because I'm not feeling great. Give me a minute here. Just take a sec. I'll be right back. And on the 8th day, God invented painkillers. All right. Yeah, still on with Mackers. What? Oh, drill driver, what'd you do, bud? No, he's just getting through the chicane a little bit wide. I think he's fine. Let's just take a quick look and see what happened here. You know why? Because we can. And oh, he did. He got all kinds out of shape there. Good recovery. For real. Yeah, it's always that. Always that. Fortunately for me, they will be yanking it out in a couple of days. All right. So you guys in the chat, is there anybody you want to look at right now? Just let me know. I will definitely put the focus on them. Justin, his wipers on, hauling ass. Ginge is trying to hang on. 7th position is still going to have a little stack of points for him, though. So, it's, you know, not a great day for Ginge compared to most days he has, but still, with just 7 on the track, that's going to be good points toward the championship. Certainly, Willie is not lacking any points, but boy, your race leader Darlow, boy, with 32.5 seconds. And about 4 laps to go, is absolutely owning this race. Going to get him a boatload of points. And since we don't have a race within a race going on right now, no way, I lied down there at the hairpin. What do we have going on? Looks like we have some cars real close. So we got Mackers, who has dropped back to 5th, and Mark took his spot. Holy cow. All right, let's see if I can catch it. Let's see if I can catch the replay on it. Nope, he'd already dropped to 5th by then. I can only go back 15 seconds. So, clearly that was a while back. Oh, man, good on you, Mark. Wow. Mark has had to crawl up from last place at least 3 times this race. I don't know how he gets that car going so fast. If he could just keep it on the track. Yeah, happy days for Mark. Yikes. So, with the standings here, so that was last week's results. Let's see where we are in the standings right now. So, yeah, we got Chris Willie way out in the lead. Darlow, boys, way down there in 10th. He dropped last week. He's missed a few races, obviously, but man, he is going to start climbing in the standings real quick. With a 30-plus second lead, fastest lap, in the wet, no less. You gotta say, easily driver of the day. For the Golden Spray Can, I think clearly it's Mark, because he's just dropped back down to 5th position again. Don't know, and he is getting all kinds of squirrely here. Let me see if I can catch that one and see what dropped him into 5th. I probably missed that too. Well, here he is in 4th. We might catch it. See what happened. The magic of instant replay. And, oh, he just went too far off track and respawned. Oh, we may have to adjust these settings here. This is the second time that he has respawned on the track for just going off a little. Darlow gets... What? Oh, replay. Sorry. That's my bad. I'm on loads of painkillers, folks. I don't mind admitting that. It's not my fault. So you get what you get. So if you're watching the race now, jump in the chat. We got Rob, we got Dan. We got a hell of a race going on here with just 3 laps to go. And as Darlow gets around the last corner, we will have 2 laps to go. And that boy just keeps on spreading that gap. Every lap wider and wider against, frankly, the class of the field in Willie Ham. Willie is way out in front. Darlow is way down in 10th, and you take one look at that and you'd think, Well, it doesn't take a genius to see who's going to win this race. Well, apparently it does. I can't say that. I can't say that in public. Golden shower. Whoa, whoops! A 2:25.0 for his fastest lap. Just a couple laps ago, too. As he gets further into the race, he just keeps getting better. You love to see it. Alright, so Markey is going to try to catch Mackers. He's going to have his work cut out for him with a lap and a half to go. Back to the front. Darlow is putting down another purple. Almost a full second better than his previous times. So forgive me, but I'm going to stick to Darlow Boy here for a while because he is putting on a clinic right now. Yeah, this needs to be seen. Has his wipers on, like the proper blow. Yep, 0.93. If he stays on it and doesn't make a mistake, he is going to crush his best lap. Just crush it. Look at that, just perfect through the chicane. It's real light on fuel. Ooh, we'll have a look at Will here in a second. Let's see if Darlow Boy can smash his best lap. 2:24. Look at that. Now, he doesn't crush it like he might have. He's slow in the last turn. Still, though, brilliant lap. Drops into the 2:24s. So far, so good with Will. He's very light on fuel, though. And if you say he's in trouble, do you mean he's in trouble? Oh, yeah, low on fuel is what Dan is saying. Oh, yeah, he looks terrible. He's really going to have to nurse it. Now, he's got a 6-second gap back to Drill Driver. And as you can see, Drill Driver is inching closer. Where's Drill Driver on fuel? Drill Driver has a ton of fuel. So he can go walls. He can go to the walls in that GTR if the GTR will let him. And Willie goes wide. Let's mark that and see if he got off. Now Willie's maintaining his position. He's not lost very much. If he's having to do fuel saving, he's doing a brilliant job of it. All right, back to Drill Driver. Let's go from back to front and see how we're doing here. So Ninja hanging on for dear life. Some nice 229s in there. He's no slouch. Justin with the 226.6 for his best lap. Very fast indeed. And Markey with a 225 if he could just keep that damn thing on the track. His Drill Driver gets a teeny bit closer, but it ain't going to be close enough. Take a major mishap on Willie's part for Drill Driver to make up that gap. So here with Darlow Boy coming through the chicane into the penultimate right-hander. Perfectly through the chicane. Lines up for the last corner. Here we go. Let's see if he can make it a 40-second gap at the end just to add insult to injury. Well, not quite, folks, but it looks like he's going to make it across the line nevertheless. With the win, the fastest lap of the race, the absolute class of the field, Darlow Boy is your winner. At the top of the podium, Willie coming in to the chicane. Drill Driver nowhere near him. I don't know how Will got through got through that low fuel condition, but boy, oh boy, did he ever. He is going to make it. He may make it on fumes. He may have to coast across here. But as he goes through the last corner, he's still making noise. Still enough fuel to get him to the end. Brilliant job, Will. Little flash of the lights. I'd be happy too, son. Here comes Drill Driver to round out the last podium positions. Great race. And I got to hand it to Mark for the Golden Spray Can Award. Here's your boy, Marky B. You get the award you invented, son. Macker's in 5th place. Good job in the FF car. Justin really fast, but couldn't catch a break on all those penalties, so he's going to come in 6th position. And rounding out the rear, around the right-hand sweeper with a beautiful slide, comes the Ninja. Let's see how you can cut this chicane, man. Come on, make it look pretty for us. Oh yeah! Oh, Tokyo Drift, baby! There you go. Let's set it up, man. Set it up. Kick it out. Yes! Oh, Simon, my man! Oh, you are the shiznit, buddy. That was a great way to end this race. Absolutely brilliant. Cross that line, Simon. All right. You can come in last place and still own that mother. Outstanding. Way to go. All right, Darlow boy. Gotta take my hat off to you if I was wearing one. My goodness, that was a solid clinic you put on out there, bro. All right, folks, that's it for me. Guys, thanks for sticking with us here. Thanks for staying on the chat. Really fun interacting with you fellas. So, for us folks here at Generation X Racing, I want to wish you a happy Monday evening. Y'all have a great week ahead of you, and I hope you take care. Good health. Good luck to everybody. Ta-ta.